Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to my teachers, starting with the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, and all the men on down. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Barakatham to the hopefully elect. And just back with a short, quick video. I came across this article, which I'm not going to get into for the sake of me being in transit. But the title pretty much speaks for itself. It says, "Woman wades into ocean to save beer kegs swept away by storm." All right, and long story short, somewhere out there in Australia, I believe it's like a popular surfing site. Basically, they had some weather turbulence. Weather picked up, had like a mini storm or whatever the case may be. All right, and long story short, like the title here again says, with the some woman basically risked her life because she ended up surviving the event, but nevertheless she ended up risking her life, basically for some worldly possessions, these beer kegs. All right, and immediately. Just reading the title alone immediately had me thinking about Lot's wife. All right, because being the time that we're coming into the times where, a lot of us, we're going to have to pretty much drop everything and just go. We're going to have to leave. We're not going to have time to gather up any belongings or anything. We're just going to have to get up and flee. All right. And again, being that, a lot of people, but even more so, especially a lot of these women, they are emotionally and spiritually attached to a lot of these things, these worldly possessions, which is, again, it's going to cause them to, pretty much, because basically, man, a clear and cutthroat. A lot of women aren't going to make it, for that simple fact. All right. So again, this title here says, "Woman wades into ocean to save her beer keg swept away by storm." All right. So she basically, went back, jumped into the water. She jumped into the ocean or whatever to retrieve these beer kegs or whatever the case may be. All right, she risked her life because, like I said, she ended up surviving the event. But nevertheless, again, just to show kind of show how the mindset, where people's mindset is, especially here in these last times, man. Being that people they're not thinking on the heavenly things as the scriptures talk about. Their mindset is on the worldly things. And again, this is why a lot of people just aren't going to end up not making it. All right, like the one parable, or it's like not parable, but because it talks about in the Gospels, the young man that came to Yahushai and basically, wanted salvation, and the Lord told him to drop everything to follow him, and the young man, he wasn't with it, just again, because just to show that people, they're not willing to give up the pleasures of this world, the worldly possessions and things of that nature. They're not willing to give it up. All right. So this is why when our time comes, man, a lot of people are going to end up not making it because they're going to be in that spirit of Lot's wife. And even more so these women. A lot of these women are going to, coming in that spirit, So, like I said, man, just a quick hit, because I saw this article, man, and I immediately had me, thinking about this. But I'm going to go ahead and get this account. In Genesis 19, starting at verse 12, it says, "And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides, son-in-law, and thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city? Bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yahweh, and Yahweh have sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Yahweh will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. So, because basically they didn't take him serious, sorry, because this was, this is when, during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, when the Lord was about to destroy this place, right? The angels basically, telling Lot to, get your things together, man, and get ready to dip, because the Lord's about to destroy this place, all right? And, basically Lot passing the message on down, but of course, again, they didn't really take him serious. So reading on, it says, and when the morning arose, the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And also that had me thinking about, also, because what I was thinking about was Revelations, but before I make that point, because it also had me thinking about the Passover back in ancient Egypt, all right, when they pretty much had to they pretty much didn't have time to sit down and because everything was done in haste, because again, like I said, man, being the times that we're coming into, we're not going to have time to gather up certain belongings and things of that nature. A lot of us, we're just going to have to up and go, like at the park. But so and because also, and what I was going to say before that was thinking about the precept in Revelations. It talks about let me go to it real quick. Revelations 18 and Revelations 18:4 says, And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So you see, because again, we don't want to get caught up in the judgment of the judgments that, is going to befall this place. So again, this is why it's important to not be, having your mind stayed on the things of this world. Because, certain individuals, they might have a decent job or, a new car, whatever the case may be, and it can take your focus off, like Lot's wife, you can end up losing your salvation, your spot in salvation, having your mind stayed on these things. All right. Going back to Genesis 19. And 15, it says, And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. Which again, like Revelations 18 and 4, what I just read, it says, And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, and Yahweh being merciful unto him. Yeah, because they were playing around. All right, here it is again. This is, the Lord is getting ready to destroy this place, but everyone's just standing around lollygagging and things of that nature. The angels pretty much had to yoke them up, and well, not. They pretty much had to snatch him up and grab him up and like hurry up, like a child, if you have a child and it's just just playing around in the store aisle or whatever, here it is, you trying to get the hell out of Dodge, and you got this child is just pretty much being a burden and just staying around. You got to grab that child and let them know that you mean business. You got to damn nearly drag the child out of the aisle. That's kind of what the angels had to what they kind of had to to do the lot in these people, because again, they were just lollygagging around, and being that the Lord's about to destroy this place, the angels had to yoke him up, grab him up, you know. Um, it says Yahweh being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass when they had brought them forth abroad that he said, escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my Lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow the city for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zoar. All right, and go ahead and just jump on down to the point. Okay, Slacky, I was my mind was on another precept, but so reading on verse 24, it says, Then Yahweh rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from Yahweh out of heaven. Again, Sodom and Gomorrah, which actually, on another note, because it talks about it, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's in Hebrews, if I'm not mistaken. But it talks about how Sodom and Gomorrah, because America is also America is spiritually known as Sodom. All right, and it talks about how Sodom and Gomorrah, ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, was left as an example for what's going to take place here in America. All right, but instead of fire and brimstone, it's going to be nuclear missiles to destroy this place. All right. Reading on down to 25, it says, And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. So you see, and again, this is the spirit that a lot of people, and even more so, a lot of these women are coming in today. All right, this the spirit of Lot's wife. All right, because a lot of women are too emotionally attached to this place. All right. Just like Lot's wife, she didn't want to, because, they had substance, they were pretty much, they were living good, and, for whatever reason, whatever she had that she just didn't want to let it go, because, clear instructions were for her were not to look back. All right. And she ended up looking back. All right, because again, her mind was still stayed on that place and stayed on those worldly possessions. Her mind wasn't focused on salvation. All right, and again, this is why a lot of these women today, they're just going to end up not making it, because people are too emotionally involved in this place. All right, and they're just going to end up being like Lot's wife. That spirit is back today. Let me get this. Luke 17:32. Okay, so it says, let me see if I want to, because matter of fact, I'll start up. I'll read up. Luke 17:26. It says, And as it was in the days of Noe, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. Because what was going on during the time of Noah? Verse 27 says they did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. So just like during the time of Noah, you know, um, Noah was prophesying. He was warning the people of the upcoming, the oncoming destruction that was going to come. But people, they were just living their daily lives, just living in pleasure. It was business as usual. All right, drinking and marrying, that mirth spirit. All right, which the scriptures say, you know, it's better to be in the house of mourning rather than in the house of feasting. All right, and people were in that festival spirit, you know, and until Noah entered into the ark. All right, and everyone got destroyed, and that's the same thing that's going on today. The spiritual ark is being sealed as we speak. All right, the elect, if they're not already, they're being woken. All right, you know, and as it talks about in Revelation 7, all right, once those elect are sealed, man, this is when the plagues are going to come. This is when the destructions are going to come. All right, so again, you know, just like in the days of Noah, all right, now we're in the times where, you know, the spiritual ark is being sealed. All right, and once it's sealed, man, that's it. All right. Verse 28, it says, Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. So it's pretty much the same thing, business as usual. All right, wickedness running rampant. All right. Verse 29, but the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. All right, so business as usual. You know, again, you know, people working, you know, might have just got a new car or whatever the case may be. You know, might have just got a new PS5 or whatever. All right. You know, a lot of people's minds aren't fastened on the kingdom. All right. They're too attached to the things of this world, this society, and especially more so to these women. All right. Because again, you know, a lot of these women, man, they don't want to see this kingdom go. Right. You know, because, you know, they're pretty much empowered. They're on top, you know. And they know that once the kingdom comes, man, that's all that's going to be put to a halt, an abrupt end. You know, they're going to have to fall under the order, the natural order of things, being under a man. All right, going back to being a possession and being quiet, being humble, submissive. You know, see, they don't have to do that here. They don't have to do that in this society. All right, they have the passage, rite of passage to, you know, gad abroad and be harlots in the streets and do whatever they want. Abortions, do whatever they want. So, you know, they're living it up because this is their time. All right, so they don't want to see this place go. And this is why, again, you know, a lot of them are just, they're emotionally attached to this place, man. They get the little benefits and goods, all right, from the government. Their daddy Esau. All right, but as Esau's kingdom is going down, man, they're going down with it, you know. And again, this is why going back to Revelations 18:4, all right, you know, coming out of this place, spiritually detaching from this place, all right, because the Lord he's sick and tired of this place. You know, when you read in verse 5, Revelation 18:5, it talks about the iniquities have reached unto heaven, you know, and the Lord he's tired of this place, man. You know, and like I said earlier, you know, the prophets are out sending the warnings, just like Noah. Noah was out there prophesying and warning the people. The prophets are out now, you know, giving those warnings. All right, and that's the Lord, you know, extending his mercy, you know, his grace, you know, to those that want it. But once he shuts the prophets up, all right, that's it. You know, once the Lord is done talking, he's gonna be about that action. All right, because, you know, it's said for death and destruction to come to this place. All right, but verse 29, it says, but the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. So when Yahushua shows up. All right. All this stuff is going to be gone, and again, um, hey man, people are just not going to make it, man, because even until the minute Yahweh Shai shows up, man, you're still going to have wickedness going on. All right. You're still going to have people that want to, just in that spirit of lost wife, looking back, not wanting to let certain things go. All right, that's still going to be taking place up until the moment Yahweh Shai shows up. All right, this is why, they're eventually going to end up just being destroyed with it. Especially these women. All right. Verse 31, it says, in that day he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. So you see, because again, we're not going to have the time to, get certain items or go back for certain things. All right. The time is going to come where we're just going to have to up and go. No questions asked. That's going to be a time where, the spirit is going to have to guide the men of the Lord, because, we're not going to know where to go. We're not going to have no substance or anything. We're just going to have to go. We're going to have to leave in haste, like during the time of ancient Egypt, like I mentioned. All right. But again, you're going to have people, trying to go back and get the a lot of these women are going to try to go back and get the little makeup kits and the photo albums, all this other crap, and they're going to end up just falling by the wayside. All right. Which leads me to verse 32. Says, remember Lot's wife. All right. And that's, says it all for itself, because going back to this article, man, this woman jumped back and she risked her life, for some beer kegs. All right. Because basically, if you read the article, Lord's well, I remember to put the article link in the description. But basically, it was like a little mini hurricane, a hurricane. Like I said, I believe it was like somewhere out there in Australia. It was it's like a popular surfing place, if I'm not mistaken. All right, and basically, weather picked up, it got bad. People had to get rescued and things of that nature. And this woman, she jumped overboard or whatever to get some beer kegs. All right, risked her life. But verse 33 says, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. All right, yeah, because if you're in the right spirit, man, the hell with all this stuff, man. We can give a damn about all this stuff, because we know that, because that's one thing, man. People are so focused on the things of this world, man. When it's all corrupted, all right, it's all going to be destroyed one way or the other. All right, and you had the disciples ask Yahweh Shai, basically, what are we going to get for forsaking everything and following you? And that's a good question, because this is considered a sacrifice. Coming into this truth, it's a sacrifice, and Yahweh Shai told the disciples, everything that you lose, man, you're going to get it back, and you're going to get it back, and you're going to get it back better. All right, you're going to get it back, and you're going to get it perfect. It's going to be perfect, and then some. All right, we're going to see things that's unimaginable, incomprehensible, or comprehensible. Things that we can't even fathom. So that's why we say the hell with these things, man. Yeah, we do what we got to do. We make do with what we got and whatnot, but again, our mindset is focused on the kingdom, man, on heavenly things. All right, we can give a damn about this stuff, the stuff of this world, but again, being that these people, man, they're basically, man, children of the flesh. All they're thinking about is partying, drinking, and working to working, busting their ass 2-3 jobs to pay for that car. To pay for that brand new car that they want so bad. Pray, working all type of hours to pay for this, houses and the PS5 and all this other crap. All right, we can give a damn about all that stuff, man. It's all going to be destroyed at the end of the day. So this is why, again, we don't focus on these things, but that's just speaking on behalf of the saints and those in the right frame of mind. But concerning these other people, man, and even more so these women, all right, that spirit is back today. And you're gonna see a lot of these women just end up not making it because they're like I keep saying, man, they're too far gone, man, and they're too attached to the things of this world, you know. So, just looking at that article, man, just looking at it from a spiritual standpoint, because I wasn't gonna do a video on it, but Spirit was kind of eat me up to do so. Remember Lot's wife, you know, um, pretty basic, clear cut though to the point. Hopefully it was edifying. Once again, we'll give all credit to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Lord's will, I say shalom.